everyone, and welcome to the very first episode of our English learning podcast. I am Emma, and I am so excited to start this journey with you today.
And I am David. Welcome, everybody. This is our first video, and I cannot wait to share this space with you. Whether you are drinking your morning coffee or walking outside, thank you for joining us.
How are you feeling today, David? It is a big day for us.
I am feeling great, Emma, but I have to admit, I was a little bit nervous this morning. I woke up early, made my tea, and sat at my desk for 20 minutes just thinking about this first episode. I want everything to be perfect for our listeners.
That is completely normal, David. Starting something new is always a little scary, but it is also very exciting. And it is perfectly fine if it is not perfect. We are here to learn together.
You are right, Emma. And that is exactly why we started this channel. When I first started learning English, I was always afraid of making mistakes. But over time, I realized that practicing English opened so many doors. It changed my life completely.
Exactly. Learning English is not just about memorizing words. It is about connecting with people, traveling, and finding new opportunities. That is our main topic today, welcoming you to our channel and talking about why you must learn English.
Yes, many people start learning, but they stop because they lose motivation or feel it is too hard. We want to show you that it can be fun and natural.
You know, David, speaking of motivation, there is actually a golden rule for learning English. It is a very simple secret that native speakers and successful learners use, but most textbooks never teach it. It makes learning feel completely effortless.
Really? A golden rule for learning without feeling tired? Now I am very curious. What is it?
I cannot tell you right now. I will share this secret tip with you and our wonderful listeners at the end of today's episode. I promise it will change how you study forever.
Wow, okay, I guess I will have to wait like everyone else. Make sure you stay with us until the end to hear Emma's secret. But for now, let's jump into our main topic. Why should everyone learn English?
So, David, let's talk about the present. Today, English is everywhere. It is the language of the internet, business, movies, and travel.
When I look around today, I see English on my phone, in my favorite video games, and even on my clothes. It connects the whole world. It makes me feel like I belong to a global family. But it was not always this easy for me.
Really? Do you remember a specific time in the past when you realized you had to learn English?
Oh, yes. A few years ago, I traveled outside my country for the very first time. I was at a beautiful airport, but I was so hungry. I went to a small restaurant to order some food and water.
And what happened? Did you know how to order?
I was so nervous. I looked at the waiter and said, "I want drink water, please, and I want eat chicken." The waiter understood me, but he looked a little confused.
Oh, I understand. That is a very common mistake for beginners. Many learners forget the small connecting words. Instead of saying, "I want drink," we need to use the word to. We say, "I want to drink," and "I want to eat."
Yes, exactly. I want to drink. Wow, Emma, that is such a useful and basic sentence for our listeners, especially if they want to travel. Can we practice this together right now?
I would love that. Let's do it. Listeners, wherever you are, please repeat this sentence aloud after me. I want to drink water, please.
Great job, everyone. You know, that small mistake in the past taught me a big lesson. I realized that without English, I could not even do simple things confidently. That experience pushed me to study harder.
That is a wonderful story, David. Mistakes are never bad. They are just steps to success. When we learn from the past, our present becomes much easier.
That is so true. And now I want to talk about the future. Because I learned English, I have a big hope for my future. I plan to travel to at least 3 new countries next year. I know I will not be afraid to speak to people anymore.
That is a fantastic goal, David. Learning English truly opens the door to the future. You can make friends anywhere you go. But sometimes learners still feel a little shy when they meet new people, right?
Yes, they do. Many beginners think, what if my pronunciation is bad? Or what if they do not understand me?
That is exactly what we are going to fix in our next segment. We will talk about how to overcome that fear and sound completely natural, even if you only know a few words.
Yes, sounding natural. I remember my hands used to shake when I tried to speak to native speakers. I always thought they were judging my accent or my grammar.
Oh, David, so many people feel that way right now. In the present, many of our listeners probably feel a little nervous when they open their mouths to speak English. But here is the honest truth. Native speakers do not care about your accent. We just want to communicate with you.
When I realized that in the past, everything changed. One day, I was at a train station talking to an American tourist. I was tired and I used the wrong word. I said, I am very boring, instead of I am very bored.
Oh, that is a very classic mistake. The ED versus ING feelings. What did the tourist do?
He just smiled and said, I don't think you are boring at all. Do you mean you are bored? It was so kind. He didn't laugh at me, he just helped me correct it.
And that is exactly what this channel is for. We are here to help you, not judge you. And speaking of that mistake, let's explain it simply. I am bored describes how you feel inside. I am boring describes your personality. It means you make other people feel tired.
We definitely do not want to call ourselves boring. Let's practice the correct way right now so our listeners can feel confident today.
Great idea. Everyone, please listen carefully and repeat after me. I am very bored today.
Fantastic! You see, you are already sounding more natural. Just by practicing loudly, your tongue gets used to the English sounds.
That is so true. And thinking about the future, David, what do we want our listeners to achieve by watching our podcast every day?
In the future, I want every single listener to speak without translating in their head first. That is my biggest hope. I want them to hear an English question and just answer it automatically, like magic.
I love that future. And it is completely possible. It just takes time and consistency. If you stay with us, you will build that habit. But David, getting to that level requires learning how to listen properly first.
Yes, listening. That is the true secret, isn't it? Right now, in the present, many learners focus only on speaking. They want to talk, but they forget to open their ears and truly listen to the other person.
Exactly, David. A conversation is a two-way street. You cannot give a good answer if you do not understand what the other person is saying. Listening carefully makes speaking much easier.
I had to learn that the hard way. A few years ago, I got my first job in an international office. My manager was speaking to me, and he said, David, can you hand me the file?
Oh no. What happened?
Well, I was so nervous about speaking perfectly that I was not listening well. I did not hear the word file. I just heard the word hand. So I reached out and shook his hand.
Oh no. He wanted the paper document, not a handshake.
Exactly. My face turned so red. I realized that my big mistake in the past was thinking about my answer while he was talking. I was translating words in my head instead of listening to his message.
That is such a brilliant point, David. So many English learners do exactly that.
They are so worried about making mistakes that they miss the actual message. To listen properly, you need to relax. And if you do not understand, it is perfectly fine to ask for help. That is so true. In the past, I was too shy to say, I don't understand. But learning how to ask people to repeat something politely is a very powerful tool. It really is. Let's practice a very polite phrase you can use when you need the speaker to say something again. Instead of just saying, what? You can say, could you please repeat that? Listeners, this will save you from making mistakes like my handshake. Let's practice this together. Ready? Please listen and repeat after me. Could you please repeat that?
Perfect. Never be afraid to ask people to repeat themselves. It shows that you care about the conversation.
And if you look toward the future, practicing this kind of active listening will change everything. If you start listening without translating today, next month you will notice a huge difference. You will start hearing words and phrases naturally.
I completely agree. Your future conversations will feel so smooth and easy. But Emma, to reach that future goal, our listeners need some simple daily habits they can start right now to train their ears.
That is a great point, David. To build a good habit right now in the present, you need to surround yourself with English. You do not need to live in an English-speaking country to do this.
Today, we have so much technology. It is very easy. You can listen to English podcasts, just like this one, while you are cleaning your house, cooking dinner, or driving to work.
What did you do in the past, David? How did you train your ears when you were just a beginner?
Well, a few years ago, I started a very fun habit. I loved listening to English music. I used to listen to the radio every morning. But in the beginning, I just listened to the melody. I did not understand the words at all. The sentences just sounded like one long sound.
I think many learners feel that way. The language sounds too fast. So, what changed for you?
I started reading the lyrics while listening. One day, I printed the words to my absolute favorite song. I sat on my bed, played the music, and read the paper at the same time. Suddenly, everything became clear. I could finally hear the individual words.
That is a wonderful technique. Reading and listening together helps your brain connect the sound to the word. It slows things down in your mind.
Yes, I realized I was finally singing along correctly. I felt so proud of myself. That small habit in the past gave me so much confidence to keep going.
That is a great tip for our listeners. You can start this simple habit today. Just pick one song you like, find the words on the internet, and read along while the singer sings.
Yes. Let's practice a good sentence to talk about our new daily habits. Let's learn how to say we do something regularly.
That is a great idea. Everyone, please listen carefully and repeat after me. I listen to English every day.
Great job! Remember, it does not have to be an hour. Even 10 minutes a day is perfect. If you can say that sentence, you can build that habit.
And think about the future. If you do this small habit every day, in the future, you will be able to watch your favorite English movies without subtitles. You will hear every word clearly, just like you hear your own language.
That is a beautiful future to work toward. But, Emma, sometimes learners understand the words, but they still struggle when it is their turn to speak. They worry about their pronunciation, and they feel their native accent is a bad thing.
That is another very common worry. In our next part, we will talk about why your accent is actually a beautiful part of who you are and how to speak with true confidence. Welcome back, everyone. As we mentioned, we want to talk about your accent. Right now, in the present, many English learners believe that having an accent is a bad thing. They think they need to sound exactly like a native speaker to be understood.
I completely agree, Emma. People spend so much time worrying about their pronunciation. They forget that their voice is beautiful and unique.
But I understand how they feel. In the past, I used to really hate my accent.
Really, David? But your accent is wonderful. What happened in the past to make you feel that way?
Thank you, Emma. Well, a long time ago, I tried to hide my native accent completely. One day, I was at a coffee shop, and I wanted to order 3 cups of coffee for my friends. But the TH sound was very hard for me. Instead of saying 3, I said tree.
Oh, tree? Like the tall green plant? That is a very normal mistake. The TH sound is difficult for so many people all over the world.
Yes. I asked the waiter for tree coffees. He looked out the window at the trees outside and was very confused. I felt so embarrassed. After that day, I tried to speak with a fake American accent. It sounded terrible, and I felt like I was acting in a movie instead of being myself.
Oh, David, you never need a fake accent. An accent is not a mistake. It is just proof that you are smart enough to speak more than one language. What matters most is speaking clearly, not perfectly.
Exactly. When I finally stopped hiding my accent in the past, I felt so much better. I relaxed and I started to speak louder and clearer. Listeners, you should be proud of your voice. Let's practice a sentence together to build that confidence today.
I love this idea. You must believe in yourself. Everyone, please listen and repeat loudly after me. I am proud of my voice.
Beautiful. You sounded great. If you believe that sentence today, your future will be so bright.
Yes, think about the future. When you go to a job interview next year, or when you travel the world, people will love hearing your unique voice. You will speak clearly, and you will make amazing connections with people from everywhere.
That future is definitely waiting for all of our listeners. But Emma, even when we have confidence and we accept our accent, sometimes we just do not know how to start a conversation. How do we break the ice and make a new friend?
That is a brilliant question, David. And it actually brings us very close to the golden rule I promised to share at the end of this episode. Starting a conversation can feel very intimidating right now in the present. Many learners just freeze because they think they need to say something incredibly clever.
Yes, they overthink it. They want their first sentence to be perfect. In the past, I struggled with this a lot. I remember standing at a bus stop next to a friendly man. I really wanted to practice my English with him.
Oh, what did you do? Did you say hello?
Well, I wanted to ask him about the weather because it was raining, but I got my words mixed up. Instead of saying, "How is the weather?" I looked at the sky and asked him, "Who is the weather?"
Oh no! Who is the weather? That is a very funny mistake. Question words can be tricky for beginners. We use who for people and how or what for conditions. You could say, how is the weather? Or what is the weather like?
Exactly. The man looked confused, but then he smiled and said, "I think the weather is wet." We both laughed, and it broke the ice. I learned that people are usually very nice if you just try, even if you make a mistake.
That is a wonderful story. It proves you don't need perfect grammar to connect with someone. But let's teach our listeners a perfect, simple question to start any conversation today.
Yes, let's practice a great phrase. A simple, "How is your day going?" is perfect for almost any situation.
Let's practice together. Everyone, please listen carefully and repeat loudly after me. How is your day going?
Great job! If you use that simple question today, people will almost always smile and talk to you.
And if you start practicing this today, think about your future. Next time you travel or meet someone new, you will not be silent. You will step forward, ask a simple question, and make friends easily and naturally.
The future is going to be full of amazing conversations for all of our listeners. But Emma, speaking of conversations, you promised us a golden rule at the very beginning of the episode. We are almost out of time.
You are right, David. I think it is finally time to reveal the secret tip to our listeners. So here is the golden rule for learning English effortlessly. Are you ready? It is called the joy rule.
The joy rule? What does that mean?
It means you must connect English to something you already love doing. If you love cooking, read food recipes in English. If you love sports, watch the games with English commentary. Stop treating English like a difficult school subject and start using it for your daily hobbies.
Wow, that makes so much sense. That is exactly what I did with my favorite songs in the past. When you enjoy what you are doing, you learn the language automatically without feeling tired at all.
Exactly. That is the big secret. When you connect English to joy, your brain absorbs the words naturally. Now, before we say goodbye, we have a quick mini quiz for our wonderful listeners to test your memory from today's lesson. Yes, let's see who was paying attention today. Here is your question. When you feel tired because there is nothing to do you say, I am boring or I am bored? Think about it carefully. Say the correct answer out loud right now.
If you said, I am bored, you are completely right. Great job. Remember, you do not want to call yourself boring.
Thank you so much for joining us for our very first episode today. We are so proud of you for taking this step for your future. You are doing a great job.
Yes, thank you, everyone. We love practicing with you. Before you go, we want to hear from you. What is one hobby you love that you can start doing in English today?
Let us know your answer in the comments below. We read every single one, and we cannot wait to see what you write. Have a beautiful week, be proud of your voice, and keep practicing. See you next time, everyone. Goodbye.